Hi everyone, it is October, so you know what that means. It's Pretty Boytober. Now, Pretty Boytober is simply, I put a list together with prompts and then you draw a pretty boy for every day. Now, I always get questions like, can I join? Yeah, you can. It's do whatever you want with the list. It's not... I'm not gonna get mad or anything if you join or something. Be my guest. I love to see other boys. People often ask, oh, can I only do a few days or anything like that? It really, I don't do whatever you want with it. So now to get that out of the way, you're free to join. Doesn't matter what month. Doesn't matter if it's fan art. Doesn't matter if it's traditional. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. As long as you have fun with it, go for it. Anyway, the first prompt for October 1st was diamond. Now, it's based on the fact that the theme of the list this year was diamond. Don't ask me why. Diamonds are pretty, I guess. Last year it was a leaf. And I made these prompts 2 months ago or something in hope that I would kind of forget about them. So it kind of would feel like a new thing for me when I started to draw. I was afraid that if I did it very close to October, I would already make a lot of stuff up in my mind, and that's not what I wanted. So, and I forgot most of these prompts, so that's great. Sometimes it's great to be not good with memory. Anyway, diamond. For diamond, I simply went with a guy that looks like a diamond, I guess. Kinda. Doing the liner here. Yeah, I didn't want to do too much work for every single character. So sometimes the line art is a bit rough. You can't really see it on screen, so I'm gonna understand people are like, how do you mean that's rough, blah, blah, blah. But for me, it is rough. It's not me saying that anything that is rougher than this is super rough or anything like that. It's just, I just want to get through the day at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have other stuff to do. I changed the colors just now because I gave him the exact colors of the logo, excluding the purple. Last year I did Pretty Boytober 2. First day was Nerd Boy there, and I gave Nerd Boy the same colors as the logo as well. So this is something I like to do for things like that. And here are some blushes. Ooh, this is the beginning. You can see that I thought to myself, oh, poses. We're gonna draw them. We're gonna do them. I'm psyched. We're gonna go for it. You will see later in the video that I kinda gave up on poses. Doesn't matter. Maybe next week I'm feeling okay again and do some cool poses. Some shading. I try to do different shading than normal. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I guess I try to go for like diamond texture, but this is not diamond texture at all, so who cares? He has so much shading in his hair, a little bit in his outfit. I don't know. He has like very long sleeves that are also his shirts, I guess. He has a diamond on his ring, a diamond on his ear loop, some white highlights, and some kind of sparkles. And I tried to put those sparkles in every single piece this year. I tried to do like the same kind of techniques in every piece as well. So you're gonna see me try looking at the older stuff for a lot of these drawings because I keep forgetting how and what I'm drawing. And oh, there he is. And now it's the second day, and that day is poof, moon. There was the only one I kind of had an idea for because I have this design series called Zodiac Princess, and what it basically is that every single thing in the sky, there's a word for that in English, but I forgot it. Everything in the sky is like a characterization, and the main ones are of course the zodiacs. So those are like 12 princes, and but there are also other star signs, but also stars themselves are characters, blah blah blah. And I needed a moon. I still needed a moon, and I drew the moon here. So he's also part of the Zodiac Prince series. If you want to see the Zodiac Prince series, you can click in the little eye thingy in the corner. It's a lot of cool cool. I don't want to say cool on my own designs. I really liked designing them, and I'm really a lore nerd. It's about like lore of the constellation, so I really like it. And here we have a hand. Don't let his hand fool you, by the way. I just had a great hand day today, I guess. Well, not the greatest hand day, but like it worked. I didn't have to make tons of more sketches. And that's, usually I'd have to do that. And here are his glasses. Of course the glasses are inspired by the full moon. Just 2 full moons on his face. It's not that, it's not that special. Yeah, so I really wanted to talk in these videos because that's what people always ask. They say that they find it easier to watch these videos if someone is talking along with them. And I get that. But I do hope you know that I'm gonna have to talk for like 30 minutes, 37 minutes in this video. And I'm wishing you good luck because I don't know anyone who wants to listen to me for like 10 minutes, let alone 37. But we're gonna go for it. Sometimes I don't know what to say, and then I will just don't do a lot. You could say that I could write a script. However, if I write a script, not only do I sound kind of fake, also I don't have time for that right now. Like I need to do more than just Boytober this month, and I can't write scripts every week for like 40 minutes. I'm very sorry. I hope you can forgive me, but I'm gonna walk you through the steps, kinda. Sometimes it's gonna be a bit boring, but hey, do you prefer, I already asked this, but I want to hear it from you as well, you watcher. Do you prefer me talking, or do you rather have the silent speed paints? Love to hear it. Love to hear any kind of stuff for my videos so I can maybe improve. That's the goal this year. He kind of looks cross-eyed, or Moon. I guess his name is Moon, by the way. Moon kind of looks cross-eyed here. I'm gonna fix that later, so don't worry. I gave him kind of like yellow, pale skin because he, of course, is the moon. So I want him, wanted his skin to be the moon. That's the thing with the whole Zodiac Princes series, that their skin is always a direct representation of what they are. That's why the Zodiac Princes are blue and all the other star signs as well, because they're in the night sky. They're blue and they have white dots. Those are like sparkles, other stars, I guess. And stars themselves are yellow or red or blue, depending on what kind of star they are. So, and that's why I gave this guy a yellow U. Oh, I'm putting some spots here as well because of the craters on the moon. And I'm doing some lovely shading. As you can see, I am referencing the diamond painting from the first prompt a lot because, again, I kept forgetting what I did for everything, and I'm one of those people that want everything the same way. I'm kind of a perfectionist, only when it comes to art. All the other stuff, I'm not. Like, you don't want to see me cook, but I'm giving it some shading. If I did like a different line art brush, I know I would be so irritated by it. Oh, that's my favorite part of his whole design, is his highlight in his hair. It's shaped as a bunny to, of course, mimic the bunny in the moon story. In a Western, it's a man in the moon, I think, and in Eastern, you see a bunny, which in my opinion is cuter than a man. Well, I think men are really cute too, don't worry, but the man in the moon himself is not really, and he is already the man, and he also needs a bunny. Ha! And there he is, that's the end. I'm spelling moon and put it there. Boop! Flumpy! There is the next one, and the next one is night. At first, I thought maybe a representation of the night, a personification of the night. You know I love my personification. But then I realized that sometimes I need to be a basic bitch. Sometimes I need to look at myself and know what I am, and that's what I did. I just made a vampire. not very creative. But it's not creative Pretty Boytober, it's just Pretty Boytober, and as long as it's a pretty boy, I'm doing well, I'm doing good. Hey, I don't know if, do vampires have ears like that? I don't even know. I just really like elfin ears. You don't see his teeth, so we don't know if he has fangs. But he's wearing a cape. And that's what vampires do sometimes. So he's a vampire, done. Most of these characters I will be drawing this month are made up on the spot. Like, I'm making a design as well, because I really like character design. And so they don't have a name. He was made on the spot. However, the Discord chat someone asked me, like, what is his name? I couldn't give them an answer, but the Discord chat knew right away his name should be Vincent. So therefore, his name is Vincent. Or was it Victor? Oh my, I don't even know anymore. I think it was Victor. It was Victor, not Vincent. Doesn't matter. Maybe it's both his names, Victor, Vincent. I find it fitting. If you have any suggestions of any other names for all the other characters, feel free to tell me. Feel free to put them down below. Love to hear them. Maybe someday I will draw them again, and then I can address them by name. I made some characters for last year's Pretty Boytober. I remade them again. Like, I made full bodies. Maybe I'm gonna do it with some of these boys as well. Who knows? I don't really know what I do with art anymore, so I can't really give you great promises. Look at Juliana's hair. Isn't that lovely? He's a fancy vampire. An absolutely fancy vampire. I, most of the time, am not very good at profiles. However, I kind of like how this profile turned out, so I'm happy with that. And, again, a given color. His skin is kind of purpley, which, yes, is because of the count. And I will credit my inspiration. And now I'm trying some red and black. Normally, I don't like red and black at all. But then I tried to color my hair a few days ago, and I wanted it to be red. So I bought red dye, and my hair is like dark on top, and then in my neck it's light. And the black part didn't really cut up the red dye as I hoped. So my hair now is black and red, which at first I really didn't like at all. But then I realized I kind of look like Shadow the Hedgehog now. So I'm just gonna rock it. I'm just gonna go for it. So I need to live my emo fantasy at one point. I didn't do it when I was a teenager. Might as well do it now. But as you can see, I eventually didn't do the red and black color scheme because, again, I just don't like it. I'm sorry, my hair. I just don't like it. I like my hair, don't worry. It's just in color schemes, in character designs, except for Shadow the Hedgehog, I don't like it. So I made it purple. Purple is kind of color of the night, right? I think it's the darkest color, kinda. So next to black. His hair is of course black. I'm putting some glitters in there, yes, and some white lines. I really like to put white lines everywhere. It makes it really nice. I put some glitters there as well. I put some texture on it, and then we already are done with the third prompt night. Let's go to the next prompt, shall we? Come on. Yes. And that prompt is play. Now for play, I really wanted to use a word that could be interpreted as multiple things. It could be a playboy. It could be someone playing a game. It could be a playful person, or how I interpreted it as a play, as in theater. So I drew this guy, and he is a character design I made a year ago, I think, or 2 years. I did share him at one point, however, that was a very long time ago. So when I shared this guy on social media and people actually recognized him, I was kind of surprised. I didn't thought people would actually recognize him. So it was fun. He is a character I used for Dungeons and Dragons. He's a bard, and he wears a lot of masks with him. The one on his head is a bunny mask, like a crying bunny mask, and there are other emotions and characters as well. And his thing is that he performs plays with those masks, like one-man shows, together with his instrument, which is a pipa. It's a Chinese instrument. It's a really cool instrument. However, I was also told that it's, I think, Norwegian for pussy. So I hope Norwegians watching this are having a blast by me saying pussy a lot. Or pipa. But pipa is a Chinese instrument, so I kind of was inspired by Chinese garments when designing his whole outfit. There's a speed paint of this, by the way. Oh, I now realize I made a speed paint of designing him. I'm gonna link it in the corner here. You can see me designing him on the spot. He's one of my favorite character designs I ever made. I really like his colors. So if you could check that out, it would be great. I'm making his eye now, really bright and bright. Whoop! So this guy I used for Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I played him, and he was very fun to play roleplay-wise, because he's just a big idiot. He doesn't really have much going on. He has some kind of middle child issues. I think he was a middle child of like 14 children, and no one even noticed that he was touring the world doing plays. He had some daddy issues as well, but overall he was just a very big idiot. When playing him, I kind of gave him like the dude voice I should do. But I noticed that I did not like playing bards, which is not my style. So I am unfortunately not really playing him anymore. However, I am absolutely interested in drawing him more, because again, he's one of my favorite designs I ever made. So you will definitely see him more. But yeah, I played him in D&D, and that was not the most fun. Again, roleplay ways, yes, because I like role-playing as an idiot. That's nice. I don't have to do a whole lot different from my usual personality, so that was kind of fun. I'm doing his hair now. His color scheme is really the thing I love the most about him. I'm doing highlights. The highlights in the hair, I really wanted to do different for every character that kind of fits with the theme or with the personality. You'll see more later on, but he doesn't necessarily have something that fits him. I just went for a more square-like thing. Oh, the next one. I didn't finish that one. Doesn't matter. The next prompt is, at which day are we? 5? Yeah. Experiment. So for experiment, I went for a guy that's been experimented on. Again, you could interpret this as many other things, and that's great. That's what I wanted to do with these prompts. And I kind of went for like someone who went crazy because of it. Now, as I said before, I didn't want to spend too much time on every prompt, and that is also why this one looks like it does. I don't hate this drawing. However, I do want you all to not comment on the fact that he has really tiny baby hands. You will see it later on. It's there. It kind of is like cut off, so maybe we can make up the story that it's like a woman's hand that was attached to his body, but it's like a teeny hand, so we just gonna like ignore it. Some people have tiny, maybe he just has tiny hands, who knows? Maybe he does. He is putting his finger in his mouth, who knows? I don't even know. I kind of wanted to give him cool teeth here. I don't know, maybe from experiments he gets different teeth. I really don't know with this one. I really don't know. Don't even ask me how his suit works. Don't, because I do not know, and honestly, I do not care. He's my least favorite this week. Sorry. I'm very sorry. Fight me, okay? Fight me. Anyway, I gave him some pretty braids, I really like his hair though. Like I do really like his hair. It's like one big braid and it goes over his forehead, like a headband. And it's all very roughed and frizzy, which I really like. I think his hairstyle does fit with his personality, so I do like that part. But other than that, why is it standing still? Oh, okay. Go on, I guess. There we have more of the hair. His hair is way more than the other hair. I think this guy took me the longest. I'm gonna check in the timeline. Yeah. No. The next one took me the longest. I see now. This one took me the longest after him. Together with Moon. Talk about names. Again, give him a name. Do it. It will be fun. And I would be thankful because me and names, I don't do that. It's hard. I find it difficult. You don't usually do that. Putting a nose there. Eyes. I'm drawing one eye and then I'm copying it, ain't I? Yeah. Leave me alone. That's nice. It's this digital and I can do whatever I want. I wanted him to have these very thin eyebrows. I don't know, maybe he plucks them himself. Who knows? He's a crazy fella, you know? One of his crazy suits I put on him as well. And his hair is gonna be, I think it was pink. I don't even know what he looks like anymore. And I wanted him to have like green flesh. Things like that. Oh yeah. So I guess his forehead is also from someone else. And there is the little hand. It's getting color finally. I first tried to put like a scar there to show that maybe like they experimented on his brain through that hole or something. But it didn't really look great. And it wasn't going well. So I put 2 bandages there. I think it looks nice. It gives it a little bit more color other than just the colors he is going on now. So now some shadow. I myself have scars as well from a surgery. That was the one I kind of was mimicking on his forehead. I have 2 on my hip. I had a hip surgery. So years ago, I think 5 years ago, let's say 5. So I kind of tried doing that. And I'm always very lazy when it comes to finding references. Because, well, I don't do it. I don't like looking at references a lot. It just takes too much time, in my opinion. That's why my arts journey is going so slowly. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you just have to be lazy. So I prefer just thinking about stuff I see in real life, and that's what the scar thing came from. I just thought, oh, I know a scar, my own. And I tried it, but it didn't look good. Too bad. Here are some more highlights. As the week goes on, and probably the month too, you will see that I'm putting more highlights on characters as we go. I kind of really like it. At first, I didn't really like to do a lot of highlights. But yeah, sometimes it's fun, and I put a lot of hair, and it's fun. Great commentary, anyway. And giving his 2 colored eyes, of course, makes it seem like, oh, is one eye not his? Putting some striking blue line art. Every line art here is just one color, because I couldn't be bothered by doing colored line art. Usually I really like it, but it was a bit too much again. But I also really like, again, this blue line art. It's really cool. I really like the addition of it. Good job, Past Lois. What are we doing? Oh, the next one is pure. And at first didn't know what to do here. At first we're maybe going to do an angel. That's pure. But last year I already did an angel. So I wanted to do something new. Something different. And I knew that if there's one thing that's really pure in this world, at least in my opinion, it's a child. So I drew a child. Childs can be pretty. children. It can be maybe I'm gonna draw like a grown-up version of this kid at one point as well, so we kind of get that as well, so it can really be a pretty boy, because I don't really feel comfortable saying that this little boy is really pretty. I guess in a way that you can see like, oh, he's gonna grow up fine, maybe in that way, right? But in this stage, then I, as an adult, will not say he's attractive. I'm very sorry for everyone who really wanted this to be a really thirsty video. We can not at this point. I don't know how old he is. I don't know how old children are. Like, I think maybe he's 8, maybe he's 6. I don't know. Sometimes a kid is like, hi, I'm 12, and I thought to myself, I thought you were 8. So it's really hard. I wanted him to have a self-made necklace, which the inspiration for that was actually very specific. I was watching some videos of Nijntje. Nijntje is internationally known as Miffy, I think. I'm gonna put in a screen if I mispronounced it or if it's a different name. I think her name is Miffy. She's a little rabbit. She's from the Netherlands. She's kind of like our mascot. I love her. And I was watching videos of her, as you do, as a 24-year-old alone at Saturday night. And one video of her was where she would visit the Princess Maxima Center, which is a hospital here in the Netherlands for little kids with cancer. I know it's gonna be emotional. It was so cute, and the kids all had like little necklaces with beads on them, and every time they would get an experiment, not an experiment done, but like some kind of therapy, you know, things like that, they had to visit a doctor, they would get a bead for a necklace, and I thought it was so cute. It was like they were so happy with that. It was all animated, by the way, like it was like little bears getting these necklaces, so it was not like real kids. And that kind of inspired me to give this guy a little necklace. I don't think he has an illness as well, because I don't want to make things negative here. But it was a direct inspiration because it was like the cutest video I have ever saw. It's been on my mind for like a week now, and I just had to put it somewhere, or else it was not gonna go well. I have to express those feelings at some point. Anyway, here's a big mouth, a big grin, because he's happy. This kid is happy. Let me make that clear. This is a happy kid. This is not like an emotional kid. And he's very happy. I put a bandage on his nose. I never saw someone in real life with a bandage on his nose. Only in anime. But that's alright. That's good enough for me. We're gonna go for it. Putting some lashes there. Eyes like these, they're very hard, at least for me, because sometimes they just look like crazy eyes. There's a fine line between big happy eyes and crazy eyes, and so I kind of had a struggle with that. But I still think his eyes are kind of crazy. But some kids are crazy, dude. So it's totally fine. As I said before, this drawing took me the longest. And it might be my favorite after the next one. Because I just really like kids. In like a mom way. Let me just say that. Before anyone's gonna say some weird shit. I really like children. I really would like to have them at one point. Honestly, people always tell me like I have this, my dream is this for my business, or I want to become this, and like I totally support you, you go for it. The only thing I want to be, if I'm being honest, is just like I want to be a mom. I want to be a mom. I want to stay home. Stay home mom. That's like the dream. That's my dream. And I could still draw when I'm at home, you know. Unfortunately, I still need to convince a man to get this dream working out. But we're doing something, right? We're doing something. I make his shirt here, and I kind of wanted that to be like this glossy material. I can't really explain it. It's like those, like, I think basketball journey. It's not. You do not pronounce it basketball. Wait, basketball? Basket? I don't know. The one with the ball. The orange ball. Baseball? It's not baseball. Basketball? I have no idea. It's what like Troy Bolton played in High School Musical. And every single other teenage boy in any American high school show, movie, ever. Here are his highlights, and I made his highlights really like round and dreamlike to mimic his fun personality. I thought it was kind of like nice. I think it is. This one took me really long to highlight. I started with it and I was like, what am I doing? But it was too far in. I couldn't stop anymore, so this is what I did. And it kind of looks like fun highlights. I'm doing his eyes here. I really wanted him to have bright blue eyes because his eyes kind of reminded me of a cat as well. And I really like it when cats have like a really nice dark coat and then big blue or yellow eyes. And here are the glitters. Oh, the glitters. They are made by hand, by the way. Sometimes I get a question if there's a special brush for that. It's not. Because kind of sloppy the glitters, but you know, you have to do what you have to do. And here's the last one. Oh, we're already like 30 minutes in. I hope you had a great time listening to my voice while we're doing the last one, which is dreams. Ooh, I had no idea what to do with this one. I wanted to, first I thought maybe I'm gonna do the man of my dreams. That's a great one, but then I remembered one of the prompts is beast. So we'll get there. We're gonna get there. So I kind of made like this guy whose hair is kind of like a cloud of dreams, I guess. That's kind of what I was going for. I made his ears pointy because if the ears aren't pointy, is it really a fun character? That's my question. His hair, I don't know if it's actually hair or if it's like more like clouds, because it didn't really give it actual hair texture. And I put it everywhere. This drawing is mostly hair. I kind of gave him like an outfit, but honestly that could also just be a scarf. It could be anything. I was thinking about making him naked, but then I really wanted to have at least one more element in the drawing, so I gave him kind of like this toga thingy on the bottom. I'm drawing the mouth millions of times because sometimes I don't know how to draw mouths. There is eyes. I am copying it again because I will. Yeah, his face was a bit too broad in my opinion, so I had to redo some lines. That's what you get for sketching really fast and not really looking if everything is correct, which is me all the time. My sketching phase is very rough and very fast, and some people have a second sketching phase. I don't. It's just my liner is kind of my second sketching phase. I'm making the colors now, and at first really wanted to go with more pastel colors, but then I threw in this orange here, and then I kind of changed it, and now it's still pastel, but as you can see later on, not now. Oh, I thought we're gonna do it now. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna darken it at one point, which makes it like really cool colors, in my opinion. A color scheme I normally never used. Like here it is. Bam! I like it. It's kind of like a horizon, but also not. And I think it's cool. I like these colors a lot. I think this guy is my favorite of this week. Or Pure, because I really liked his expression. What is your favorite? What is your favorite this week? I would love to I would love to hear it. Or if you're joining yourself, I would love to hear what your favorite prompt was drawing this week. I would love to hear it. I think that's my favorite part of the whole October Pretty Boytober thing, is that I can see other people draw really pretty boys. It's great. It's absolutely great. Here I'm shading the hair. I'm gonna go crazy with the highlights again, by the way, just so you know. I really liked it. I'm making a more square, like, because at first I wanted to do the rounder highlights like I did with the previous one, the pure boy, but I wanted to do a bit more variation in the shape, so I made it all square-like, and there we go. Don't ask me if there's like a theory, reasoning, or anything behind the highlights. Not at all. I just put shapes and I'm just going with it. If you're confident in your lines, no one's gonna question you. I think people are gonna question these highlights. Doesn't matter. It's just fun. I'm using the word fun a lot in this great voiceover, as you can hear. If at any point you think, God, she's really annoying, I don't like to hear her anymore, I suggest using the mute button and just put on some great tunes of your own. You can still watch the video. I suggest watching the video at least 10 times. I also suggest not skipping the advertisements for the full experiment, but yeah, that's just me. Oh, and it's done. I also suggest subscribing, by the way. And now I'm gonna thank my great supporters on Patreon. I'm gonna give a good glass of milk to my friends on screen now. You guys are amazing. BFFs forever. And I'm also gonna give a beautiful bottle of milk to my friends on screen now. You guys are awesome. I hope you're absolutely loving your milk, and I'm gonna give a jolly jerry can of milk to my friends on screen now. Cheers! Yes! Love you. And a very special milk to my friend Stenthaven6. I hope I say that correctly, for the very generous donation of $25. I sincerely think it's too much, but thank you so much. You're great. You're overall a really great person. I know you. Like, I remember you guys' username. Like, if you say so, I remember you. Don't worry. Like, I have a great memory when it comes to names. So thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. And I see you guys next week for the second batch of Pretty Boys. Thank you. Bye.